Boo. Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. Bet you weren't expecting that, were you? Before we begin this video, allow me to go ahead and explain myself. So, that beginning bit was my little prank. And you might be thinking, Grim, yeah. Let me go ahead and calm myself. Alright, so, last year, my little prank was basically trying to give you a hint while masking it as a bit of an April Fool's prank. This year, I decided to make it seem like it was an April Fool's prank, but really it was an actual video, so haha, fooled you. I made you think it was a fool, but it really wasn't, so there you go, that was the fool on you. Also, yeah, interesting. Alright, so anyways, regardless of that, allow me to go ahead and talk about this. So, the purpose of this video is to discuss basically what's going on. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly what the deal is, because I assume we've been going through this whole book, then book bundle type thing, which I think might be the case. I don't know if that is. I'm recording this before April 1st, so, you know, if it is, then I'll cut something here. If not, then I guess we're waiting. Alright, I'm making this quick video insert here because I'm assuming it's Good Friday right now. And I'm going to guess that we are not going to get a special bundle book per se, due to some knowledge I've learned this week. But I'm just not going to announce that just publicly just yet. But needless to say, I'm still thinking my headcanon is that there is going to be an update coming. I think they're just going to hold off for April because of certain things that happen. Also, great, and I'm glad to see my town glitched out. That's perfect. That's beautiful. Alright, go back to the clip now. But lately, I'm making this video because I think I've made a prediction of when these events are going to be taken seriously. Just because for the past two updates, official ones we've had, I've correctly predicted when this event was going to hit. Mind you might be thinking that seems incorrect. But what I meant was, in the sense that in the back of my mind, like even if you watched my first part to the Harry Valentine's, I mentioned that it would be Valentine's Day, and sure enough it was. So, I think I know the dates they're going to have for their updates, especially in the first one coming up. And we're going to play a little game of seeing whether or not Old Grim was correct or not. A little fun game. Now, before we continue on and discuss my theories on what I think the dates are going to be and what kind of big events we're going to have well, I mean big as far as like actual new content and stories and updates as far as that goes. So before I do that, I just want to make a little teeny tiny little thing here that I want to disclose.
Take this with a grain of salt.
Just because I'm saying this right now, like I mentioned before last year, I don't know anything. They don't really tell me anything or disclose anything, and I've been trying to see if I can't get the contact again, because I didn't get the assets for last update, and I'm hoping I get one for the next update. Fingers crossed. But I'm hoping things are going to go right. Now, the thing is too, just because I'm stating this doesn't mean it's a guarantee. Things that can always happen, things have always changed, as we saw with the last update. And not only that, but other things as well come into play, like they want to add new features, so that could also cause the problems. And I don't know the full extent of the team size that they got, if it's still small or they extended it by a little bit to kind of help with the update timing stuff. But regardless of that, here's the fun game. Now we're going to play what I think each update's going to take. Now, I'm not going to speculate exactly what will come in as far as these updates are going, because, I mean, I can guess the next one coming up because we're coming close to it. But I'm going to give a rough estimate of what I believe is going to be the theme of it, around it. Or at least kind of give it each one different version of it. Like, the last one, February, was Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras type thing. So, kind of that spiel. So, with that in mind, Normally April is reserved to Easter stuff, but this year Easter lands on the end of March going into April. So technically we don't got an Easter in April. But their games have been doing something lately where they've been doing, and I hate to say this, spring. Ugh. Yeah, Earth Day update. Disgusting, I know, but seems like that seems to be the theme that they've done with Snoopy as well as Adams. I mean, they didn't even call it Easter, they call it a spring update, so ugh. But I feel like that's going to be the next thing we have to deal with. And if that's the case, then there is a book that might fit that role, but I'm going to hold my tongue because they can still do the Easter thing, even though it's late, so, I mean, they didn't stop them for the Valentine's, so who knows. But anyways, the next update, Event 31, my prediction is it's going to land on Wednesday, April the 17th. Now, what I've noticed is that it seems like recently they've been trying to aim these updates at the middle of the month on a Wednesday. So with that in mind, we can give a guess of what's going to be. So I think the Event 31st, which is a spring Easter update, will hit on the 17th of April. Alright, so got that going. Then we go into June, which will be Event 32, and I believe that's going to hit us. Either we're looking at, I'm either saying it's going to be the 12th of Wednesday or the 19th of Wednesday. I think it's the 12th of Wednesday. I'm going to guess. I think it's going to be around there. So I think the 12th of June is the date for that one. August, which is, well, I mean, June theme. I mean, that's May is our anniversary update, and it's coming close, and then June will go into July, which is basically Goosebumps' anniversary. So we just call the anniversary theme. So the June's anniversary theme. Wednesday, June 12th is my guess. Now let's go to August, which will be the summer or school update, depending on what they want to do with that. My guess is going to hit on August the 14th. So that's my guess for that one. Then we get to our favorite month, Spooky Month, because of course, I think that's going to hit on October the 16th on a Wednesday, which I think would be Event 34. And then we have our last one, question mark Event 35, or the weird, I put Event 35 as a question mark because I have no idea if they're going to do an event, because the last 2 years we didn't get a Christmas update, we got something stupid in exchange, so they could still do that, but I'm just going to assume a Christmas update, let's just put it that, a new Christmas story update, that's going to hit, I believe, I'm going to say Wednesday the 18th is my guess. That's my pick. Either that or the 11th, but I'm thinking the 18th. No. Maybe. I'm going to say the 18th because that seems like that seems to be their kind of forte. But we'll see. Right, so that's my prediction of what I think is going on. Actually, it might be the 11th. I don't know. Anyways, it's around there. But you get the idea. It's going to be fun to try to figure out what these are going to be. And again, I'm trying to predict, like when we get closer to those months, I'll probably be more set on stone. But the next update coming up, I'm sure is going to hit on the 17th of April. If anything around that week. At least by then we should know what's coming up. But we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out, because it seems like they want to keep this game update going, and they want to add new features, which most likely is going to be just adding stuff from the corpse of her Oasis and from the other games, trying to make every game basically the same in some sense, but maybe they'll add something new to fit uniquely to this game. I don't know, but I'm thinking that they're going to try to, because they're balancing price as well as, like, because this game just came back from the dead and it's still kind of going on, but it's not like the early games. It's the black sheep, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my guess. That's my prediction of what I think is going on now. So there you go. So yeah, that's the video in a nutshell. So yeah, there you go. There's my predictions. So I didn't lie. I'm assuming I called it something along those lines, but yeah, that's what I think is going to happen this year. So we're going to see if Old Grim is correct or if he's wrong. He's probably wrong, but it'd be fun to just play to see if I'm right, because I'm starting to see what he's been doing. But again, I'll take this all with a grain of salt. Things are subject to change, as always. But anyways, I've been Grim, and this has been my little April Fool's update slash teaser of what I think might be coming up or when to expect the updates. So, until then, sorry about the joke. Hopefully you can forgive me. Fingers crossed. Eesh.